Hi, folks, and welcome to another Thursdays with the Mayor. We have a city council meeting coming up at 6 p.m. on Monday night at the airport terminal. Kind of wanted to go over a quick little agenda review with everybody. Not too many things too contentious. We'll get through the consent agenda, and then we'll move down to the regular agenda where we have item B as the approval of the public consulting group for the emergency services agreement with the city of Hastings. That has to do with our ambulance service, where we can apply for some federal funding to get some of our ambulance services that we provide reimbursed back to the city. And item C is the approval of the application of Queen City Development to provide community development block grant, CDBG, for a forgivable contract in the amount of $445,000 for a facade project at 714 West 5th Street. So that is starting to move forward. The project that we're looking at to go down there to the old junior high that I went to back in the day, to hopefully make that into a viable part of our community. So that is starting up, and then looks like item D is the approval of First Amendment and ratification of an agreement with Heartland Pet Connection, which is coming in front of the city council for the first time to look at maybe some changes on their agreement that we need to make in the future, so the city council can review that. And then the last thing is down to a resolution for the apron project on the airport, which will be a welcome project to our airport. So I think Matt will bring that forward to all of us. So that's the things that are happening on Monday night. Once again at 6 p.m. at the airport terminal. And now I'll move on to the rest of the stuff that Tony has ready for me here. And we'll go through the next 2 weeks. So we're getting into the holiday seasons. And we're looking at another Food Truck Friday organized by the Hastings Utility Employee Committee. It'll be November 21st. So that's tomorrow, Tony, at 11 a.m. And this will be at the Highland Park parking lot behind the museum. As of right now, the food trucks this month are Angus McGee's. Look like he's got a new truck running around town. And Special Scoops. So some good barbecue stuff and some ice cream, it looks like. And if you run a food truck and you want to participate in future Food Trucks Fridays, please contact the Hastings Utilities on social media. Big event kicking off tonight is the Celebration of Lights. We kick off the holiday season tonight with Celebration of Lights organized by the Hastings Area Chamber of Commerce. The event is 5 to 8 p.m. tonight. Santa Claus or one of his authorized representatives will preside at the tree lighting ceremony scheduled for 6:55 p.m. tonight on the main stage at 2nd Street and Hastings Avenue. 1st and 2nd Streets will be closed to vehicle traffic between Lincoln and St. Joseph Avenues. Lincoln, Hastings, Denver, and St. Joseph Avenues between 1st and 2nd Streets will also be closed for the event. Got a lot of stuff going on downtown, so hopefully everybody can find a parking place and join us all downtown. Dress warm. I don't think it's going to be super cold tonight, but I'm sure you're going to need some good attire for tonight. Hastings Fire and Rescue will conduct a tree burning demonstration at 7:15 on Denver Avenue. That's interesting, Tony. I've never been involved in a tree burning ceremony, but if you want to attend that, jump on in there with the Hastings Fire and Rescue. And Hastings Public Library will be open throughout the event as a location to warm up. A lantern making craft will be available, so it'll be kind of interesting. If you want to warm up, jump on into the Hastings Public Library. Next on the agenda, hope to see you all there tonight. So please, I'll be roaming around a little bit. And, it's a great event every year. So come on down and see us tonight. Make It Click. The U.S. Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is working with law enforcement agencies across the country to make sure you stay safe on the roads. The Hastings Police Department was awarded a grant through the Nebraska Department of Transportation for officers to work overtime hours conducting traffic enforcement and subsequent seatbelt violation enforcement as a part of the Make It Click high visibility enforcement mobilization, which runs through the Thanksgiving holiday. from November 26th to November 30th. So please, this goes along with during your travels over the Thanksgiving holiday, please be safe and get to where you need to go and back safely so we can have you back in our community. So that'll be taking place. Let's see, next on the agenda, the Variety Show. That's tomorrow night. The Hastings Variety Show will be Friday, November 21st at the Hastings City Auditorium. The social hour starts at 6:30. The Variety Show starts at 7:30. The Variety Show provides a fun evening of entertainment, including comedy skits, talent, and music involving your friends and neighbors from the Hastings area. More information and online tickets are available at hastingscommunityfoundation.org/show. I will be there, and I think I might be involved in a little skit. So please, if you want to come out, see some people make fun of me, and probably myself make fun of me, come on out and see it. I'll be there. Once again, starts at 6:30. Show starts at 7:30. Let's move on to the e-scooter ordinance. The city's new e-scooter ordinance takes effect on Tuesday. Members of the Hastings City Council unanimously approved on November 10th, 2025, the second and final readings of Ordinance 4815, which establishes lightweight e-scooter, e-bike, and hoverboard usage on public property. We've talked about this a lot over the last few months. E-scooters, e-bikes, and hoverboards will not be allowed on Hastings roadways where the speed limit is greater than 25 miles per hour. Once again, we've got to have some regulations to keep our kids safe. We do not want to discourage their use of these. We don't want to be fun haters or anything like that. We just need to have a set of standards in place that our kids can be safe. And a big part of that's going to be education, and I'll get to that here in a second. Any person riding a lightweight scooter, e-bike, hoverboard shall not ride on a sidewalk within the downtown business district. That's just for safety for the people walking in and out of businesses and stuff. It's defined as 5th Street South to South Street and from Burlington Avenue east to Minnesota. Any such person is permitted to carry or walk alongside with a lightweight e-scooter, e-bike, or hoverboard on the sidewalks downtown. So just can't ride them around. Pick them up, take them across the street, go wherever you want to go with them. Just please be careful for people that are coming out of stores, and that's what we're concerned about. Let's see, the ordinance also outlines the e-scooter or hoverboard will be outfitted with a front light and a rear red reflector. A red tail light is optional, and this is for safety in the evenings. The city of Hastings, led by the Hastings Police Department, will work on educational outreach efforts, especially for school-age riders. This will be a big part of the program as we go. It's a living, breathing document, and the police department is working with us to get education out in our schools, wherever we can get education out to youngsters that are going to be riding these. We will take that opportunity, and that will be developing as we go. So that information will be come out in further podcasts or whatever you want to call this with me, and as far as where else, it'll be on the Engage Hastings, Tony. I mean, it'll be available through Hastings public or social media, and we'll make sure that information gets out to everybody so we can get education out to our kiddos. If you wish to read and become more clear on the law itself, it'll be 50-704 in the city code. Is that right, Tone? Mm-hmm. 50-704 in the city code, and that will take effect on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. So let's move on to the winter reading program. The annual winter reading program returns to Hastings Public Library for the 2025-26 season. Winter reading is a reading challenge offered for 4 weeks and 4 days. It's a fun incentive that offers chances to win awesome prizes to keep everyone reading out throughout the holidays. The program is divided by age group, ages 4 and younger, 5 to 12, and 13 to 17, even up to 18 and older. Each group has a reading goal that will earn them tickets to be entered into a grand prize drawing. 4 grand prizes choices will be available for each age group, and there's also a bonus badge that can be earned for an extra ticket in the grand prize drawings. Registration for winter reading opens December 15th and ends January 15th. Grand prize winners will be drawn on January 17th, Registration can be completed online through the Beanstalk app or in person at the second floor at the children's desk. For more information about the winter reading program, please visit the library's website at www.hastingslibrary.us. Call the library if you need to at 402-461-2346 or contact Sam Rundle. Wizard of Oz, the Hastings Park and Recreation Department and Hastings Public Library are partnering on a few different Wizard of Oz activities. The library will show the movie on the second floor beginning at 5 p.m. Tuesday, December 23rd. The City Auditorium will play host to a Follow the Yellow Brick Road live auction board game. The game is geared for ages 5 to 10 and will be 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, December 27th. The game combines Candyland and the Wizard of Oz. The oversized board will be full of fun prizes and tasty treats and will engage all children. The event is free and no pre-registration is required. One trip through the Emerald City should take about 20 to 30 minutes. For more information, call Parks and Rec at 402-461-2324. Excuse me. Then on December 31st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., the City Auditorium, Parks and Recs, and the library will celebrate New Year's Eve early with the Wizards New Year's Eve party. This free, family-friendly event is designed for ages 7 to 12. More details to come. Tony, I think I want to jump in on that Wizard of Oz game there, the Candyland with the Wizard of Oz. That's kind of neat. I'd like to do that. I was out at Central Community College yesterday, and they had a life-size chess set out there. I really wanted to play chess. I haven't done that for a while. So those are neat, those life-size games. Tri-City Food Fight. The Tri-City Food Fight is well underway. Normally the friendly competition between the Hastings Museum, Stewart Museum in Grand Island, and Archway Museum in Kearney begins at Thanksgiving and continues through the end of the year, collecting canned goods for local food pantries. This year it began November 1st, bringing at least one non-perishable food item per person for $1 off museum admission per person and help fight food insecurity in Hastings. Starting next week, in addition to museum, non-perishable food donations can also be dropped off at the Hastings Public Library, both fire stations, and the police station, along with the utility department customer service office. So get involved with that. Let's get the food pantry built up. Sounds like a real good event to do that. So the next event looks like Crescendos and Cabernet. Join the Hastings Museum 7 to 9, Saturday, December 6th for Crescendos and Cabernet, a 21-plus evening, pairing live music with delicious flavors at the museum at 1330 North Burlington Avenue. The ticket includes free cheese and small bites curated by the Cheese and Wine Shop, plus access to a cash bar featuring a selection of wines to enjoy throughout the night. Stroll through a Century of Sound exhibit about the Hastings Symphony Orchestra and hear a live performance from an orchestra member. So that's going on December 6th. Santa Calls. Registration is now open for Santa Calls on December 9th and 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. Hastings Park and Rec will be offering free calls from Santa, limited to the first 20 children per session. Register at cityofhastings.org/parks. Call 402-461-2324 for more information. So, let's get down to the Holiday Light Contest. Show off your holiday light decorating skills this year in the Parks and Recreations Department's Holiday Light Contest and compete to win a prize. The winner receives a $50 gift card from Buffalo Wild Wings. That sounds good. And $100 in chamber bucks. Entries are due December 5th. Houses are filmed on December 9th, and voting on Facebook takes place on December 12th through 21st. You know, I gotta blow up Dinosaur with a present. I gotta get him out in the front yard here pretty soon. I don't think I'm gonna win the contest, but that's kind of what I got time to do. The calendar at cityofhastings.org or social media pages for the Parks and Rec Department, library, and museum are also great resources to find out about upcoming activities. So please use those to find out activities. Am I almost through here, Tone? I guess I'm down to the last thing, which is the pumpkin composting collection. The city of Hastings is once again partnering with Conservation Nebraska and Smart Soil on a pumpkin compost collection initiative. A roll-off container will be placed on the south side of Aquacourt Water Park parking lot at 2200 West 3rd, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Looks like November 29th and 30th to collect unwanted pumpkins and gourds following Thanksgiving. Conservation Nebraska partnered with Smart Soil and Grand Island to compost pumpkins and gourds. The goal is to deter pumpkins and gourds and some other organic waste from entering the landfill after the holiday season. We had a great first weekend. I remember reading about this. After Halloween, we had 4,950 pounds of pumpkins and gourds collected. I believe that was about double, wasn't it, from last year? So, yeah, a good amount of stuff going in there, and I assume Thanksgiving will be no different. So Smart Soil will take all the organic waste from the collection sites, use it to create compost. When organic waste decomposes in the landfill, it releases methane, and it's a potent greenhouse gas. Organic materials only. Please remove any decorations such as like lights, batteries, candles, whatever. I know my kids put all that stuff on the pumpkins, so please remove that before you toss them in the old compost collection bin. But please take advantage of that. Take advantage of everything that's going on in Hastings between the library, parks and recs, the celebration lights, Santa. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff going on. I'll see you back here in 2 weeks, and we'll give you some more information about the holidays. Stay safe, and God bless everybody.